Hey, shalom, y'all. Shalom. Shalom. It's your boy Michael Israel. I'm waiting for the feed to get up and go in here, and I also want to make sure my sound's working good. But shalom is Michael Israel coming to you from coming at you from Orlando, Florida. Let me see why that thing is out to focus. A lot of stuff I'm gonna have to fix here. There we go. All right, shalom, y'all. It's Michael Israel coming to you from Orlando. Give you the rundown. Make sure I'm up and running good. Alright, missing and okay. Yeah, lot to talk about. A lot of stuff coming up. And just a lot of interesting things, a lot of things that I see that are positive and good about this Hebraic movement. Come on. I don't know why that's not working. But yeah, I'm trying to get on my own feed so I can see the comments and see what y'all saying. I also want to make sure, I also want to make sure I can hear my audio's good. So just bear with me a sec. Okay. Sounds like my audio's good. Shalom Israel Kufi. Good to see you in there. I'm just getting ready to get things up and going here. This will be a question answer discussion session. So if y'all got any questions or anything y'all want to chop it up about, definitely put it in there. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go, and for those of y'all watching on YouTube, same thing, you know. This is a question, answer, discussion sessions. Shalom, Byron. Okay, I'm glad I'm loud and clear. Yeah, y'all can see out here in Orlando, man. I want to tell y'all a little about this Orlando experience and how I got a good, because I watch everything, you know, and I got a good idea of the model how I'm going to operate, and hopefully other people could copy it and begin to do it. But the model is, what I want to do is use, my platform and the people who follow me. That's what I've been doing here in Florida. Been using my platform, and I've been, I got a small following, and I've been using that to my advantage to be able to do what I did. The reason I came down here to Orlando is to simply get those people who live here in Orlando to come out and begin to get to know each other. And in the little lesson I did yesterday, I warned them. I said, don't go rushing and jumping into relationships, feel everything out, but get into these things with caution. But you got to begin to make an effort to reach out and fellowship with those people around you. And it's funny, after I did my little, we did our little thing at the that little church building there. I did a quick lesson, and I encouraged the people, hang around. I want y'all to get to know each other and talk and all that. They were already making plans for next week's Shabbat to meet together. And that was my sole mission coming out here. I wasn't coming out here trying to plant spiritual combat or anything. I just wanted these people to come out, link up together, and not be isolated. And I've had some people reach out to me, and I'll mention this again later, but I had some people reach out to me from some other states, and they said, hey, they'd like me to do that there. And heck, I wouldn't mind. Shoot, look at this. I'm sitting out here at a pool in Orlando. It's fun. You know, it was fun coming out here traveling. Some of the people in my brothers and sisters that I congregate with in Jacksonville saw what I was doing and stepped up and helped out big time. Like they helped provide a place for me to stay. You know, they rented out this house, and just really, a lot of people really saw what was going on and stepped in and put their brick in big time, and I did not see it coming, and it just took a huge load off because I was just coming back from Cincinnati and all that. So it was appreciated. One of the brothers that came down with me, this is perfect, because this is the whole purpose of what I do. Look, one of the brothers who came down with me that I congregate with in Jacksonville, I had everybody, again, because my whole focus is forcing the people to come together. It says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. So what I did, I started with myself, and I told them my name and where I'm from, and, you know, what I feel like my spiritual gifts are and my worldly gifts are. Hold on one sec. My video acted up. So yeah, so I told them all that, and then I handed the mic around to everybody who was in the congregation, and I had them do it too. Turns out, two of the brothers there, the brother I came down with from Jacksonville and one of the other brothers were from the same little tiny town in Louisiana. You know, they said the population was less than 200 there. You know what I'm saying? And they knew that if they were from that town, they already knew. They knew each other's family and all that, and sure enough, they did. And it's amazing. So there were some ties that were made there that aren't going to be broken. I made some ties with some brothers that are growing congregations here in Orlando, and so now next time we do something, it's going to be a lot easier. But you know, a lot of people lived in the. I don't know, like Orlando's pretty big. Hold on one sec. Yeah, my phone, I think it has a bad signal on here. But yeah, Orlando's pretty big, and here we go. And I don't know all the areas. They be talking about where they from, but some of the people were from the same areas and weren't aware of each other. So it was good. We met there was a sister there that my Ak Yahawadi had put me down with, who, all right, I'm not getting a good signal here, because I'm trying to see what y'all are saying on the comments. So. But there was a sister that my Ak Yahawadi had put me down with, because he teaches out of California, and she follows him. And he reached out to me because he knew I'm over here, and he put me down with her. And she had only been in this truth a couple weeks, so we made sure all the sisters embraced her. It was real good, man. And it fulfilled like my soul mission, where the Most High put it on my heart, you know, because of that. The thing that lit the fire under me about this is what my sister Makisha, who passed away in January, and I know she had told us she felt isolated up there in Nebraska and stuff like that. I think she lived in Nebraska. And I'm kicking that door down, man. You know what I'm saying? And Most High willing, you know. And I want to tell y'all, you know, wherever you're at, reach out to me and we can set up. I'll try to set something up to where I can come out there to where y'all are at and get y'all to come together. You know, bring the right people out that are going to get a lot of people to come out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just, you know, come out. You know, I'll come to town or whatever, or I could get certain people to come to your town or whatever. That'll bring a lot of Hebrews out from the area, so you could not be isolated. Because we're told to gather ourselves together, O nation not desire, and that's not in a Sunday church type of way. It's talking about gathering yourselves together as a nation, gathering yourselves together spiritually, economically, socially, you know, family, all that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see if this comes up. Yeah, I'm not getting a good signal. I got something else I could try though. But yeah, so that's what it's talking about. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in here real quick. I'll bring y'all with me, and I'm gonna get this phone on the Wi-Fi so I could I got a better signal in here. Okay. But yeah, so that's what it tells us to do, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll let y'all talk to Sister Koya for a sec. Okay. Anyway, hold on. And it's a nice house that they rented out here for the, you know, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Nice pool, all that. I didn't go in it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get the Wi-Fi password so I get a better signal. And then I'll come back out here. But, see Sister Koya in there hard at work, making breakfast for everybody. All right, hold on. All right, so which one is it? What was that, Cora? Yeah, she just saying the water sounds nice out there. But yeah, it was real relaxing, but we did a lot of good work out here. Just kind of, let's see if this works. There we go, works. Hold on. You want to say shalom to everybody, Corey? Hold on. Get my big hand out.
Shalom and good morning. How's everybody doing? How many viewers you have?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Anyway, yeah, it's a couple families staying up in the house, and a bunch of the women cooked dinner last night. And Koya said she'll cook breakfast for everybody because she likes to get up semi-early. Early to me and early to her is two different things. You know, early to me is 3:30. That's when I get up. That's early, you know. Okay, so I got the Wi-Fi up now. Now I can see what y'all are saying in the comments. Let me get back going. Okay, there we go. All right, so y'all just so yeah, we'll get back to things right now. All right, but yeah, so basically what I'm gonna push is, yeah, if you want me to come or set something up in your area, you know, I can connect the right people, reach out to the right people and set something up to get people to come out, you know, in your area, you know, because certain people will bring a lot of people out, you know. I'm not the biggest, you know, person out there, you know, to bring out a lot of people, but man, Brother Byron made a good statement, and I've been seeing that firsthand. He said the Most High provides when you walk in His way. Let me tell you how this Orlando event came about. Most High put on my heart to begin to put the word out and form a Jacksonville congregation, okay? When I was on my way to the first meeting that I had set up for the Jacksonville congregation, the Most High put it on my heart. It said, you need to do and help them form a congregation in Orlando or whatever. And I was like, wow, and I got to thinking, I was like, yeah, I do need to do that. By next week, a brother had already stepped up and said he could get his brother-in-law had a church that he could get so that I could have my thing there. It was literally like, and that's how things have been working since I've been doing this thing. It's literally, there's something I want and I'm asking for it in His name. And when I say in His name, in accordance with His word, and it literally just happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been that way where I've just been keeping my head down and pressing forward and operating like that. And yeah, man, it's been amazing, man. Hey, shalom, Judah Mack. Shalom, my man, Robin Milligan. Good to see you, man. Good to see all y'all. My man, Gabar. Good to see y'all out there. But, yeah, man, a lot of brothers and sisters was blessed with being able to come out and they realize, hey, you don't have to come in this Hebrew Israelite walk and be isolated. Like I said, there were people who lived right. I don't know, you got all these areas of Florida, and I don't know, like Winter Haven and all these different areas, and people didn't realize they live right in the same areas. And when the Shabbat was over there at the church, like I said, they were already setting up their next week's Shabbat with each other. That was perfect. So, talking about the next thing, what's next on the agenda is at the end of this month, Ron Dalton's going to be here in Florida. He's going to be in Fort Lauderdale. He's already started posting the information. He's going to be doing a movie show, you know. So, that's going to be good. Let me see. Yeah, so, and we're going to be going, that's going to be in Fort Lauderdale, and I look forward to that. That's going to bring out a lot of people because we're going to thoroughly promote it. Hold on one sec. Let me put this, hold on. What I'm doing, I got a group. It's called Missing Black People Awareness Network. And if I come across somebody missing, I just post it to that group on Facebook. And I'm telling you, stuff just keeps popping up. So I just, as it pops up, take priority to share it over there. And what I'm going to be doing is a show. And it's going to be showing all the missing black people. Okay? And we could, right? Alright. Okay, let me, hold on one sec, y'all. Just bear with me. Going back to my feed. Okay, so somebody made a statement. And like I said, this is this is discussion, question, and answer. If you got something you want to say, I'm going to read it on there. So Shannon put, brother was a blessing. He made sandwiches and bought fresh fruit. Yeah, that's my Ock there. He sure did, man. He brought sandwiches and fresh fruit and bottled waters. The building was awesome. It looked small on the outside, but the inside was awesome. Yeah, Yahuwah really set us up nicely. He sure did. And the thing is, it was effortless. Everybody, it was like a team move. It was like a basketball team running a play. You know, the burden wasn't on one person. The burden was everybody carried their load, man. And like Ak Lorvins was there. He took care of all the audio, the praise and worship. Sister Koya, she used to do praise and worship in church, so she stepped up to the plate and opened it up and did the prayer and worship initially, then handed it over to Lorvins, and it was perfect, you know. So my man Robin Milligan, he said, you sure looking relaxed. We got snow again. I'd love to see some snow, y'all. I be, like, when I go to those northern places, I be praying it's going to snow. Because, like, me and my family, we want to see snow. But, yeah, we are out here in sunny Orlando. You know what I'm saying? It's like 70 degrees out here right now. And, yeah, this is the house that a couple in our group rented, just supporting us. And, you know, everybody kind of contributed together and came together just to support the whole thing, what was going on, you know. And it's, I'm a be 100 with you. I feel like these brothers and sisters that I'm dealing with here in Orlando and in Jacksonville, I feel like we're really walking this thing out in spirit and in truth. I feel like we really are. You know, it's like I feel like we're operating like a family, like a nation. You know what I'm saying? Something comes up, and it ain't Mike dictating and saying, ha. You know, it's people stepping up to the plate, you know, putting their brick in where they can, you know. Because, like, me, I was just coming back from Cincinnati, and then, you know, a week before Cincinnati, I was sick. So I was out of it for a straight week or so. So there's a lot backing up, and just a lot of people stepped up to where this whole thing in Orlando was not stressful at all. Like, folks really stepped in and did their part, and you know, man, I appreciate it. I could not, there ain't no way I could have done this, man. My dude Byron, that he was integral in this, man. And he was adamant with me. He's like, man, do not shout me out. Do not put me on the camera, you know. So I was like, okay, man. But, man, a lot of brothers came together to make this thing happen. And at the end of the day, it was priceless when those connections were made. It looks like now they're going to begin fellowshipping together down here in Orlando on their own because they know each other. You know, a lot of phone numbers were exchanged. It was a good thing. And that was my only goal, you know. I think the people were kind of thinking I was going to go up there and do some long, drawn-out message. And I told them, man, y'all could watch that on YouTube. You know, I was like, I'm here to let y'all talk, chill. After I finish saying my little spiel, we put the music back on, and folks just chopped it up and mingled. And then we came here to the house, which this house is so, because this house here is in Kissimmee, and it's so new, it wasn't even on the map. So we had a hard time finding it. But we wanted everybody to come back here to the house and chop it up in fellowship, but it was just so hard finding the daggone thing on the map. It wasn't even on the map, you know. It was a mess, but it was all good. You know, it all worked out for the good. Let me see what y'all over here. Yeah. All right, so let me see. It says, Shalom family, I'm trying to connect with Israelites near Chicago. Sister Abaya, there's Mikael Gabar's up there. He's watching over there on Facebook. And I think this summer I'm going to be setting something up in Chicago to come up there. I got some heavy connections up there that I just made. So I can almost, with a pretty good degree of certainty, say that, hey, I'm going to be coming up there to Chicago. Because I want to talk to some people up there. So with a great degree of certainty, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be up there in Chicago this summer. And daughter of Yah, yeah, exactly, Massachusetts. I'm looking at. Again, if you're in the Boston, Massachusetts, whatever area, I don't know how close Connecticut is, email me. The email's right there on the screen. Email me, and I'm going to see what I could do about coming up there again in the summer. I'm not going up north in the winter, you know, as bad as I want to see some snow, but I'd like to come up there in the summer for a weekend. And maybe I'm gonna reach out to some other big name Hebrews and get them to also come up there so that they can really bring a crowd. Because, you know, I'm not really that big time or well known, but I know people who would bring a lot of people out and just set something up there for the weekend. And again, what I did here, and I'd like other Hebrew leaders to mirror it. I went down there, we did a nice praise and worship, did some good music, and when I got up, I did a brief message about warning people, hey, when you meet somebody, don't let your guard down. You know, discern their spirit. Don't jump into things, but get to know people slowly. And then when that message concluded, I took the mic and handed it to everybody. I said, just say roughly where you're from, and say a little bit about what you feel like you bring to the table of the body. You know what I'm saying? And we went around. Turns out a lot of medical people, a lot of medical backgrounds. We need that. There was a brother there who studied, there was a health fitness engineer there. There was another brother who studied something similar like that. There were a lot of people bringing a lot of diverse things to this nation. You know what I'm saying? So, all praises, man. And that's the motto. And now everybody knows, okay, they know where this person lives, and they know, hey, I might, if I need help or advice on something, I don't have to run to these other nations. I can run to this person, get good advice first, and then boom. And that's coming together, O nation not desired. That's the early stages of this thing. All right. So let's see. So yeah, we're gonna definitely be trying to get to other places, and it's fun too. It's fun traveling and going to these other towns, and you know me, I like running my big mouth. So you know, yeah, it's fun doing it. Check out walls. Exactly. Yep, Hebrews in the Hood. I had him on the show. Yep. Mikael, yep. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, man, some good peoples. All right. So that's good. Let me go back. See what y'all saying next over here. Yeah. Sister Shauna. Oh, you talking about you recently learned that lesson about jumping into this thing. Yeah. And that's what I told the people. Because let me say this. If you haven't seen it, you should watch that video I did about deception and the wolves. You should watch that. Because there's a lot of wolves out here. And the reason why there's a lot of wolves in religious organizations is because they know when people come into any type of religious organization or situation or something like that, they know they're going to let their guard down. So the con artists and the wolves in sheep's clothing flock to the religious establishments or whatever you want to call it. They flock to it because they know people are just so vulnerable there. And what I teach people in these videos, especially, again, if you haven't seen it, watch that video I did on deception. What I teach people in that is that when you come into these religious things, put your guard up even higher, because that's where all the wolves are at. And I say, start with me. Question me. You know, put me under a microscope. Scrutinize my moves. Make sure, it says you will know them by their fruit. Watch my fruit. A wolf can't put nothing over on you if you watching his fruit. Not what he's saying he's doing, but what they're really doing. What's going on, the quality of the people around them, what's going on in the congregation. And to do that, you got to feel it out. You got to feel all that stuff out. You feel me? You got to sit back and watch and observe. And in that video, I show you all the tactics and that they use, and I go through them. And a lot of people, when I'm going through them, they jaw drop because they seen it before. They didn't know what they were seeing. So check that video out that I did a while back. I'll tell y'all the name of it. You can find it. It's probably easier to find it on my YouTube channel. Hold on. It's called Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, I think. Hold on. I'm going to get the name of it for y'all. But check that out before you go. I would say to watch that before you go into this thing. Somebody's calling me. I don't know who that was. Yeah, I've been on the phone for a while. I've been on the phone almost for a couple, like with all these different people. A lot of big connections got made this weekend, even before I got down here. And y'all gonna see the benefits of it. Okay, let me find this video for y'all so I can tell you the name of it. Okay, so, man, I've been doing a lot of videos. But yeah, I want to find this video on deception I did a while back. I'm buying in. I'm buying in. Hebrew. Okay, yeah, it's ahead of that. Yep, I'm going to find the name of this. Okay. The title of the video, it's a 2-hour-long video, and it's called Spotting Deception. Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. If you type that in, Spotting Deception, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. If you type that video in, you're gonna get a good video. And I'm gonna tell you, if you watch that and what's in there, you won't get to see. Cause what I did in that video is put all their tactics out there that they use. Okay. Definitely check that out. And the title of that video is Spotting Deception, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. Okay? Definitely check that video out because they won't be able to put anything over. There's no way they will be able to deceive you after you see that unless you're just not paying attention. Because what I did is point out all the tactics that deceptive, wicked people use to lead people astray, whether they do it knowingly or unknowingly. Okay? So I would encourage y'all to check that out. Okay, Sister Channa put, mine wasn't a leader, it was a fellow Hebrew for friendship. I have a heart for people and was so glad to not be the only Hebrew in my area, led to my letting in someone who wasn't The reason I'm skipping is because people putting comments in so fast that I can't. It keeps moving. Was so glad to not be the only Hebrew in my area. Led to my letting in someone who wasn't who they said they were. And sister, the best thing I could say to that is real talk is the more personal, the more universal. It's all the time. I can't tell you it like it. I saw a situation that just happened, exact same thing, and it's literally I'm gonna have to coin a phrase for what that is because it happened to us too. It's like you get so excited of who you are, and like we the people of the book, and then you meet other people, and you come in with this exuberance, this excitement, and in the excitement you let your guard down and your wisdom down, and you got wolves sitting out there just watching you like, you know what I'm saying? It's very common. And again, that's what I cover in that video. Spotting deception, wolves in sheep's clothing. It's not just leaders, just people in general. How to spot and weed out these deceptive people. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot in Yasharah. There's a lot in our nation. There's a lot of wolves. And it's and Most High said, behold, I send you out as sheep among wolves. And what he tell you, he said, therefore be ye wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So know the ways of these wolves in sheep's clothing, know their ways, but don't use them. And in that video, I show you all their tactics, all of them. And the ones I don't cover, I'll show you exactly where to get them from. So when somebody's working something on you, and you're feeling all these weird emotions when it pertains to certain people, you could discern exactly what's going on. You will know exactly what tactic, how they're manipulating you. That's why I say check out that video before you go reaching out to people. Spotting deception, wolves in sheep's clothing. It's a good video, man. And my man Byron, he posted it in there for y'all. For those of y'all watching on Facebook, and hopefully, if you could, Byron, post it over there on YouTube also. So for those people, because I feel like if I could show anybody anything before they stop watching Spiritual Combat, just watch that one video. Like I feel like that's my most important video I've ever done. So I would say go watch that. And you ain't gotta follow me or anything. I just ask you to go watch that video. You know, very true. Yeah, I love you too, sis. Good to see you. Don't know if they born again or give the Holy Spirit. Tara Archie, sis, let me know what you mean by that. I see you put another comment there. I'll read it. I will definitely go back and watch it. Okay. Have to be born again and have the Holy Spirit. Exactly. And a lot of people will talk a good game, but again, it's about that spiritual discernment, having that spiritual discernment. Hold on one sec. I'm going to reposition this so y'all can see me because of the sunlight. There we go. That's a little better. But yeah, absolutely. You got to have that. You got to be able to discern people's spirits. And again, you got to understand wolves. You got to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You got to understand how the ways of the wolves in sheep's clothing and all that stuff, these deceptive people. You got to be educated in their ways, because what you're going to find in that video I did, Spotting Deception, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, you're going to find, hey, what's going on, Deaver? What you going for, a morning walk? That's my Ock Debrew there. You see him back there? Hold on, let me get the camera for you. Yeah. He back there doing his morning walk, I guess. But yeah, but yeah, you gotta know how to you gotta know their ways. That it's in the book. He said, "Be therefore wise as serpents, harmless as doves." You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know their ways, but not practice them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody beginning to wake up now. Let's see. Sister Bad Diet, but that's why you have discerned there are many out there, but it's a remnant that will be delivered. Yep. And the other thing is you got to also discern when people are just struggling with something, or when people are truly, willfully, consciously, manipulatively aware, deceptive, like where they're purposely being deceptive. And something that I would say is I've been around people that are willfully and purposefully deceptive, and they watch you. They you can see them almost like they hold back telling things about themselves, and you can, because I don't have a good way of word to describe it, but the best way I could say is like you could see them spiritually watching you and just holding back and giving you enough information so that you could divulge enough information about yourself, so that, and you know what I'm saying, and you always kind of got this, you're wondering where you stand with them in your mind. There's always this air of mystery about them. Like those are signs that people are deceptive. Okay. And I've seen it a lot, man. Yeah, man. It's heavy, boy. It's heavy. But yeah, man. So hold on. Yeah. So definitely go check that video out. I would say, like, if you don't want to watch me anymore, the one thing I would tell you to watch from me is Spotting Deception, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. That way, I can rest assured that no matter where you go and who you follow and who you become friends with, you won't get deceived. Okay? Yep. That's right, sister. She said they have no conviction. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I've seen, like, stared in the face. I'm trying to get this thing to focus. I have to fix this thing. I ain't gonna mess with it. I've been messed it up trying to fix it. But let me see if I can fix this thing. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. It don't matter if y'all see me clearly or not. But yeah, I have been around people who were willfully deceptive. And I'm gonna be honest. Once I figure it out, I'll be very angry. I get mad, you know. But I've gotten to the point where my discernment and my wisdom is at a point where, because I'm always, no matter who I deal with, because I'm educated in wolves' ways, I'm transparent. Even with a wolf, I'm transparent. And they see my transparency, and they begin to think, oh, this dude transparent. Let me see what I can do to him. But I'm transparent, but my discernment and my radar is powerful. And a lot of them don't pick up on that, and they think, yeah, they working their way into me. I'm like, I false prophet, I see you. I see you, wolf. I see the zipper on your sheep suit. I see you. And let me tell y'all this is so heavy. And even when y'all watch this video I did, Spotting Deception, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, after you peep out wolves' tactics, you can predict their steps. Like I could predict the wolf's steps 4 moves out. It's like it's easy then dealing with them. You got them wrapped around your finger. But it says, have nothing to do with the unfruitful works of darkness. I don't know if I quoted that word for word, but y'all know what the verse I'm talking about. Brother Tyrone put, preach, brother. Oh, yeah, so true. It's a sterile environment. Yep. Okay. All right, I'm gonna head back over here to YouTube real quick to see what y'all saying over there. Like I said, I got my mobile set up, so it's a little gotta do things a little different. Not like I'm at home with all my stuff I got. Okay, y'all put a lot of stuff in here. Okay. Yeah, definitely check that out, Sister Abba. Yeah, it's the one work that I would say, man, please check that out. So Sister Abba, y'all put, I'm thankful for you, brother. Well, I'm thankful for you tuning in because this is what the Most High has blessed me to do. And like, this is my purpose, you know what I'm saying? I was a member of IUIC. We're getting ready to talk about that right now. And GOCC. But quickly left because the spirit there wasn't right. And we're going to talk about that. Same as the Christian church. Yeah. You know, that's Sister Joy Morgan and that whole situation. And if y'all are not aware of what happened, you know, the Joy Morgan situation, I'm going to update y'all on the latest stuff that just happened yesterday, the latest developments with that. If y'all haven't already heard, there was a Sister Joy Morgan who was a member of IUIC, and she was killed by a man who was mad because she wouldn't court him or date him. The dude was 40 years old and she was 20. I did a lesson on it yesterday. A brother's gonna share that video on his YouTube page that I did yesterday because of what happened with that video I did yesterday morning. What happened is IUIC does their biggest show, because I deal with Judah Mack a lot and a lot of people who came up at IUIC. Their biggest show is this show called Friday Night Raw, okay? And on that show, they, you know, and Judah Mack and Masha Rathia were telling me about this. They said on that show, they deal, like if something's going on with IUIC, that's where they're going to address it and announce their stance on it. So all this stuff happened with Sister Joy Morgan. And the whole Hebrew community you saw was pouring out and wanted to see what they could do to help. IUIC was mute. So I was telling all my aunts, I was like, look, I'm going to make a decision on IUIC with this video. Friday Night Raw comes on Friday at like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. This, and I'm not going to use any bad language because one of the sisters corrected me and said, hey, Mike, you know, don't get mad and use bad language. And I'm not, because I get mad. I don't like folks hurting our sisters. This brother got on there, Deacon Asaph. Got on there. And I'm like, let me see if these brothers going to show some remorse. This dude's got on there. I was going to do a lesson or something, and they titled the video, Addressing the Scoffers About Joy Morgan. That's the title of the video. This brother got on there and was like, I was going to do a lesson about something, but I got to address the issue about the scoffers with this girl. And this dude went on to curse out and call everybody wicked who was accusing IUIC of anything bad concerning the way they dealt with this girl, and IUIC this, and the whole time he just defending IUIC, never showed any remorse, never said I'm sorry and anything like that. And I'm gonna tell you, I was very angry to the point where I went in the comments on the live on their video, and in capital letters, I put, "What about the girl? Why aren't y'all showing any sympathy to the girl?" In caps with a ton of question marks. And they went on, and I got so mad that I just turned it off 20 minutes in. And I was like, all right, it's on now. Next morning, I got Judah Mack on my live. The lesson I did yesterday is titled, and y'all can check it out, it's titled The Danger of Weak Men. And I brought Judah Mack on. We discussed that video. Judah Mack went on to tell everybody that a brother had recorded himself talking to the family of Joy Morgan. He talked to her sister. And everything the sister said completely exposed IUIC for lying. Completely. Okay? How about after I finished my video, by like 3 o'clock that day, IUIC pulled their Friday Night Raw video off the internet. Yep, they pulled their video down because they stuck their foot in their big wicked mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just tell y'all now. I put together a little network of people. Anytime IUIC even do something slightly off, I got a network of people that I could pipeline IUIC's missteps to, that it's a bigger network than IUIC has. Matter of fact, if you type in IUIC on YouTube right now, the second video that'll come up a lot of times is a video exposing them for their deception. They don't know who they done messed with. They done turned over the wrong rock. See, what people don't know, Spiritual Combat, my channel, I might not have a lot of followers, but I got a lot of connections. And we're very decentralized. Okay? But we come together like this quick. Okay? And IUIC is a very small organization compared to our Hebrew network that we have. Very small and minute. And they could be crushed quick. They already had a mass exodus in their organization that could be accelerated very fast. This could be their last year as an organization. They keep it up. They better get right. That's why they pulled that video down. It ain't hard. So they better make sure they better show some sympathy to Sister Joy Morgan, or there'll be no more. And test that. Y'all can test that. That's directed at y'all IUIC. Y'all done had plenty of chances to repent, to show some humility. And I'm just telling you, next time y'all mess up, we showed a lot of mercy on this one. Next time y'all mess up, watch what happens. Y'all, I'm telling you, only people IUIC will be made up of is their leadership, and that's it. Trust me, man, it's real talk. Yeah, man. Nam Israel put dumb black people. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody put mental illness at its best. Yeah, man, that organization, that's a bad look for us as a nation. And this is my thing. Every time you turn around, it's something going on with them. If it ain't the daggone, if they ain't screwing up, shooting a transvestite in the face, what was you doing talking to a transvestite? And they screwing up with something else, or they killing people, or somebody said they body slammed a girl in out there in California or somewhere, or Vegas. I don't know, man. tell you what, they better walk the straight and narrow from here on out. They do the slightest thing off, we're going to channel it worldwide. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get exposed. And that reminds me, I got to put some people in contact with each other. I just remembered that. And yeah, man. And just letting y'all know, if y'all got any statements, questions, or anything, this is an open forum discussion, so y'all can definitely chime in. Sister Channel put, like the old preachers used to say, turn or burn. That's right. That's right. And see, they think they're a big, powerful organization. They don't. Bro, we could give y'all some bad press real fast. It ain't hard. Trust me. All right. All right, let me see what y'all saying over here. All right. Yeah, so. He is instructing, not prophesying or praying. So yes, respectfully. What did it say, brother? It's okay for you to instruct with your head cover. No disrespect, attended, peace, love. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here, I take it off. It's no big deal. I'm not, doing a Bible teaching or anything. But yeah, I take my hat off and everything. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so yeah, that whole IUIC thing, man, if y'all in it. As a matter of fact, we had a brother and a sister, a couple, they're part of our congregation. They came up out of there after that whole Judah Mac thing. And they confirm everything. I get a lot of people who are on the inside that is, and they don't know each other or know anything of each other. And they sentences are almost word for word the same about what goes on in there and how messed up it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's see what else y'all saying. Yeah. So yeah, they're in heavy deception. But yeah, like I said, if you live somewhere, if you live out west or something like that, and you feel isolated, email me, because we're going to work on coming out to different areas to get people to come out. You know what I'm saying? And fellowship with each other. It really worked out. It really worked out awesome out here in Orlando. A lot of people got to, meet up and know that, hey, you're not alone out here. You're not by yourself. Got a lot of brothers and sisters out here right near you. You don't have to stay isolated. Like I said, there was a sister who, she'd been in this truth for maybe, I think she said a couple months maybe. And she was able to get a lot of structure around her. A lot of sisters, when she let us know that, hey, she only been in for this short period of time, we were able to get a lot of sisters around her. She got their phone numbers and all that. So it's good, man. Good thing. I'm real excited. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right. That's real. So let's see. Prayers I hate. So let's see what y'all saying. Acting like a cowboy been, yeah, exactly. Acting like a cult. And not acting like a cult. And I didn't realize it. They are a cult. They are a cult. I mean, they worship their organization, because they were saying it when they did that Friday Night Raw. ASAP was saying, and they're real smooth and subtle with it. They were saying, talking about coming out of the truth. You know what I'm saying? They were like, if you leave this truth, And what they're talking about, what they're implying is IUIC, that IUIC is the truth, and if you ain't in it, you done left the truth. That's some cult talk. You subtly brainwashing the people that if they ain't in there, they're not in the truth. That's wickedness, man. I don't see no IUIC organization in the Bible. I see a nation. Okay, so you said, please keep your son in prayer. He getting ready to go through a battle with his baby's mama. And Sister Badadiah, if he needs some advice and counsel on that, let me know, because I could give him some strong information on how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you just let me know. Because I got some, when women want to jerk you around with your child, there's an efficient way to deal with that. Although it's counterintuitive, but there's an efficient way to deal with that. Trust me. Albeit counterintuitive, because you got to be careful with that. You could really, I've known a lot of people who really mess themselves up not doing that, dealing with a woman who wants to use a child to piss you off. There's a very efficient way to deal with situations like that. Yeah, so fathers who love their children should not be kept from them. Yep. But it's a manipulation tactic when a woman's been hurt and stuff like that, which that's a whole thing I would need to really break down and talk about on both levels. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yep. But it's just, when a woman's been hurt, but like I said, there's a way to deal with that, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to make you jump through all these hoops, because they know it's what you want. So they want to drive you crazy and drive you up the wall, and they want you to feel the hurt they're feeling. So you got to go into it understanding that, but then you got to understand whether you need to be jumping through all these hoops that they're going to have you jumping through forever. So, yeah. Oh yeah, yep. What that whole system is using the woman. That's what this Greco-Roman system does. That's what the Satan has done. They used a woman to destroy the man. That's been Satan's tactic since the garden. And it's in full swing in Babylon that we're in now. They used a woman to destroy the man. Absolutely. That's been Satan's tactic since the beginning of time. And so our women are raised in a way that makes them bad relationship material, and our men are raised in a way that makes them bad relationship material. We're told a lot of stuff in the Christian church and in this society. We're given a lot of information about relationships that's designed to just make it impossible for a relationship to work. It sounds good on the surface, but when you look at it from a biblical perspective, all this information they tell you, the identity they give you as a woman in Babylon is not conducive to marriage. The identity they give you as a man in Babylon is not conducive to a successful marriage. So you're set up for failure when you're educated by this culture, by these Christian churches, by Babylonian Christianity. You're set up for failure from the very beginning. It's not going to work. And then when it falls apart, which it's inevitable that it happens when the relationship falls apart, then they give this hurt woman this bull whip to whip the man with. So now this manipulative nation that we're enslaved under can say, oh, it's not me, it's the woman who hates him, because they give her the power and they set her up to destroy her own man. And it's Willie Lynch is by design. It's COINTELPRO, man. They've taken crafty counsel to set this thing up. Sister Sharon put, how come the men are destroying the women right now? Sister Sharaya, the men aren't, both parties equally. The men are destroying the women, and the women are destroying the men. What I always say here on Spiritual Combat is that at the end of the day, the responsibility lies with the men. The men have to step up. They got to stop being emotional. They got to overcome that spirit of lust. They got to and step up and begin to take back control and lead righteously and in a balanced way. Not be a dictator, but be a leader. You be willing to check the woman when she's out of order, but on the same note, you don't, like a lot of these people a lot of these brothers in the Hebrew Israelite walk think they got to be some dominant dictator with a King Kong spirit beating their chest all the time. And that's not all. That's not the tool that needs to be used with our women all the time. There's some women that are just, sometimes they need to be checked, you know. But a lot of times, the women are just responding to the man being weak. You know, a woman can detect when a dude weak, and he's easily frustrated, and he's easily thrown off, and it's not attractive. A woman is designed to be able to pick up on all that. So, but you said, but I'm gonna tell you this. There's also an aspect of the women. When you know you got a weak emotional man, and you know, a woman has to be wise enough not to provoke that man to push him over his limits, you know. And what I always teach, and when I do my marriage counseling, I tell people, I only need one person. If one person's in the truth, the thing can't, if one person's truly walking this book out, it can't be off. It can't, there's going to be no dysfunction. When you see all this crazy stuff happening, both people are out of order. Period. It ain't no getting around it, because the Bible is so straightforward. It said it's quick and powerful, more powerful than any two-edged sword. It cuts right through everything. It's real. He's not the author of confusion, so it's real clear on how you need to operate. Okay, hold on a sec. Here we go. There we go. Maybe they'll focus better now. So yeah, it's real crystal clear on how you should operate. All right, I'm going to tell you something, Sister Badadiah. I'm going to tell you something heavy. And y'all who are watching, when I say this, question what I'm saying. I want y'all to make sure y'all ask me, Michael, why would you say that? Okay? Because what Sister Badadiah said is, he's black, she's white. He is afraid he will lose all. He's battling. Well, first of all, Sister Badadiah, clarify. He's afraid what? He'll lose custody of his kids, or what? Just, without going into too much detail, just roughly give me the gist of what he's battling for. Okay, tell me that. Let me know. I want you to tell me what he's battling her for, with, you know, so I get a good understanding of what you're saying, and then I'm gonna answer that question. Because all this stuff, it might be complicated. It's not. The world makes the stuff complicated. So Sister Badai, let me know what he's battling for, and then I can give you a clear answer on the line the direction he has to go. All right, Sister Shauna put, that's right. There are bad mothers out there who are manipulative out there. Just like there are bad fathers out there. We can't pretend that there are not bad mothers out there. And we can't. But you give me a bad mother and a father that's in the truth, I could show him how to deal with that woman very effectively to where he's not stressing out, according to the book. You give me a bad father, but a good mother or wife, I could show that woman how to effectively deal with that man and potentially win him over to the truth. And same thing the other way around. You give me a good husband and a bad wife, I could show him how to effectively and efficiently deal with her and with a high degree of certainty win her to the truth. Okay? So absolutely. There are very efficient, effective ways to deal with these situations. Babylonian Christianity doesn't teach it though. Okay, so now it's beginning to come out. That's why things go so bad. He let her run him over. Finally, he got fed up. Yeah. And that's, see, what needs to be taught and yeah. So what I'd be teaching men, what men don't understand, a lot of men are in deep, heavy sin trying to letting women run them over. Now you in sin to the Most High Yah, because now you're serving women. There's a lot of goddess worship out there. A lot of men don't stand up to their women and let them run them over. And then they'll get in one of these silly camps, and the camp is speaking all this extreme stuff. Then they go to the other extreme, and which is a sin, beating their chest and all that, and then they obliterate their relationship and marriage, and that's not the way it works. I teach biblical masculinity, balanced, righteous leadership, which is a gentle, subtle leadership the way Christ led. There's a time to check a woman when they run in their mouths and stuff like that, but you are not in a position to check a woman if you can't deal with frustration. A lot of men, all right, I got to check her, I got to stand up to her. But you need to go to an anger management class. When you check the woman, you get too mad, then you put your hands on her. That's why Christ said first, clean the inside of the cup. Get your mind right. Get your emotions right. Then start talking to your wife about coming into the truth and be an example. A lot of people want to get their wives in order and their minds ain't right. And that's why I get a lot of texts and direct messages about, hey man, we be having UFC matches, Ultimate Fighting Championship matches in my house. Like, yeah, me and my wife, we like boxers up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be getting them. Women beating up on men and men beating up on is widespread in our nation. And let me tell you this, especially in the IUIC, it be going on in there. Don't get it twisted. I'm sure that's no surprise to y'all. Sisters are bad. I said that's why things go so bad. Yeah. So if a woman loses, there's a verse in Ecclesiastes that says, if a woman has to enable a man, she is full of bitterness, this, that, and the other. I didn't quote that 100%, but it basically says if a woman can't respect you, she can be pissed off and upset with you. When I'm on the front battling at war, I expect my lady, queen mother, to watch over our home and household. Exactly. But let me tell you this about women. Let me tell you something about women, okay? Women are instinctually, on a deep level, wired up to follow leaders, okay? Leadership is attraction. Women are attracted to leadership qualities, okay? That's why these dudes out here thinking that they're gonna, hey woman, get over there and do that. You know, this, that, and other. And they think a woman, especially our black women, you ain't gonna scare a black woman into doing nothing, okay? You earn their respect. Just like Christ led us. He didn't scare you into doing it. He just you know, showed the example and, you know, was patient with it. And there's times he'll check you, because sometimes a woman need to be checked, but it ain't like these dudes be trying to do it like a macho boy. But like I said, I teach on that with my biblical masculinity. I got videos where I go in depth on what that looks like. Because women are attracted to real biblically masculine leadership, righteous leadership though. Not macho boy, I'm going to beat my chest like King Kong all the time stuff. Amen, amen, amen. You politely let women know he is not a dog, yeah. Sister put, yeah, there are, and many of them trying hard as all get out to cry wolf, and he the victim. Yes, Beladiah, yes, losing his kid and finances, hallelujah. Okay, so Sister Beladiah, this, and y'all, look, when I say stuff, like what I'm getting ready to say now, it's going to sound very counterintuitive. Okay? So question what I say. And question what I say right now. Okay? You know, because it's going to sound, what I'm getting ready to say, you haven't heard it before. If this woman, so basically what the situation is, I guess they're going through a divorce, and this woman wants to fight him for custody of the kids and over financial stuff. I'm going to tell you what I would say to do. If she want to fight him, and it's going to be long and drawn out and a mess, all right, and question this. Do this. Tell her, all right, you can have the kids. And she like, well, I want custody where you ain't going to see your kids. Let her do it. Let her have complete custody and tell them, you know what, if that's what you want to do, fine. And completely cut and sever ties, okay, with her. You won't see your kids. Give her what she wants with the finances and completely disconnect yourself from her. Completely 100%, okay? And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with almost 100% certainty is you give her a couple months or a couple weeks or whatever, and she'll be begging you to see them kids, okay? But I'm going to tell you what happens when you fight them. It ends up, I've seen brothers' health get compromised fighting women over custody of kids and all this stuff like that. Because what they're doing is they're hurt and they want to hurt you, and I'm going to take these kids from you and I'm going to hurt you, and she can do it. Because what's going to happen, he going to fight her for custody of them kids, and he going to rip them apart, and he might get to see him. She going to jerk him around by them kids and rip him around by his neck, and he going to lose, he going to be stressed, he going to lose his health. What he need to do, look, take the house. Here, you take this money. You know what? You don't want me to see my kids anymore? I won't. Because you wicked. And I'm not going to fight you to see my kids. All right? I love them, but I'm not going to lose my mind and end up stressing out and going crazy because you're trying to be wicked. Completely back off and give it over to her. And I promise, she will come back and be begging him to see them kids. Because it's all emotion. And so, and y'all question me on what I just said. Because I know this, what I just said is very counterintuitive to what anybody else would say. But it's the system's design, what you don't realize is what she's doing is typical. This is universal. And it's all designed to destroy the man and benefit the system. It's designed to do that. That's all it's designed to do. It's designed to destroy that man and benefit the system. He's going to be paying money into the system. He's going to be paying for lawyers. He's going to be fighting, and he's going to be working as a slave for some lawyer. He need to sever it and give it all over to her. And she's going to be like, what the hell just happened? And then them kids are going to day in and day out be begging to see their father. And eventually she's going to be like, you know what? All right. And she'll be on the phone with, you need to come see your kids. I'm dropping them off on your doorstep or whatever. Question what I just said, though. Don't, you know, I want to make sure y'all understand that. Yeah, there's no need to, yeah, you know. Yeah, Timothy Carpenter. Yes, I know Hebrews in the Tampa area. I know two of them. Ak Lawrence, the ones who make the brother who makes the song for Spiritual Combat, the brother who was just on my show doing the album release for We the People. He lives in Tampa, and then there's another brother who lives in Tampa. And I'm gonna be doing a Shabbat in Tampa here pretty soon. At the end of the month, we're doing a big Shabbat in Fort Lauderdale. And then after that, we're going to be doing, maybe a month or so after that, we're going to be doing a Shabbat in Tampa. So you can build with a lot of brothers and sisters out there. So, okay. Well, I understand they're not married. My nephew lost a lot in his divorce. Yeah, you're gonna. Because the judges always rule in a woman's favor. That's what I'm saying. It's a stupid, if you try to fight a woman, if a woman want to fight you in court or something like that, you're in Babylon. This place is wicked. You're stupid if you go to court and try to fight a woman over custody. I know a judge. There was this dude at my job. The woman was on drugs in and out of jail. And the guy was a stand-up guy, been in the Navy, retired from the Navy, was in the Air National Guard, good dude, holding down job. They gave custody of the kid because she fought him over custody, and she won custody of her child, messed that child up. Child got all types of issues. Okay? And these weren't our people. These were white people. If you're a black person, forget about it. You're stupid to go to these courts and fight them when this court's set up to destroy you any damn way. Cut your losses. They're like, so what do you want? I want child support. I don't want you seeing my kids. And I want the house. Okay, here, take it off. If you don't want me to see my kids, I'm not going to fight you. That's your decision. And I just won't see my kids. And it sounds so crazy. It sounds so counterintuitive. But the only reason she's doing it, because I'm sure this dude's not a bad guy. But she's doing it to be malicious. Do I need to read the verses about the wickedness of a woman? But you got to deal with that wickedness. You got to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. You got to go with the flow of it and diffuse it. You're not going to beat the wickedness of a woman up. They are irrational when they're wicked. Like they'll do stuff that don't even make sense just to make it hurt you more. Give her what she wants. And when she realizes that, all right, now I got my kids and I don't hear from him, he don't call, boom, boom. Eventually she's going to put them kids on the porch and say, hey, here. We need to have joint custody because I'm not just going to take care of these kids and you not be involved. I'm just telling you that's the way it works. You question what I'm saying because I want you to ask me questions. Email me or put them on here, but I'm just telling you the way this stuff works. You try to fight them, you're going to be on welfare. You're going to be broke. You're going to get destroyed. Let's see. And may lose his freedom. Yeah, you might lose your freedom. Yep. One good thing, they are not married. Yeah, well, you know, Jody gets your woman all the time based upon the wicked environment you left her in. She has right to protect her fam at all costs in her sin father's husband's place. um, a sent father's husband place while you're gone fighting the front line. My baby mom, my baby mom is she's bipolar. No winner in divorce. Nope. My grandkid's mom she's bipolar. Okay. And Brother Jay said, yeah, he been there, done that. Zebulon said he been there, done that. Shalom, Brother Josiah. Good to see you in it. She won't agree to joint custody if you're paying her child support. Okay. I don't understand what you mean by that, but all right, hold on. I'm coming over to YouTube to see what y'all saying over there. You see that? Most High Strength said they'll harm themselves and their kids to hurt you. Yep. The kids came to him when they turned 18. See? You're so right. My Ish did that with his child mom, and it worked. He prayed to Yah, so that he did what I said. It's, brother, and I just want to make sure I let y'all know what I'm saying is very counterintuitive. No, I wouldn't put a brother on child support. No, I wouldn't. I have to get some brothers on here and do a show on child support. It's part of it's a CIA project. It's part of COINTELPRO. It's designed to destroy the man. You know what I'm saying? But and what I'm saying is, if he missed one payment, he could get a felony. He get a felony, he done. He can't get no type of job. It's wickedness. You know? What we need to be able to do is establish something to where we got our own nation, to where brothers are doing righteous, unbiased judgment, where a woman and a man feel like can come to them and feel like they'll get a good answer or a good counsel or judgment on a situation that they have with their marriage. Okay? But no, I don't think so. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? No, I don't think. I think it's wicked. You know, that dude who got shot in the back was on child support, and the reason he ran from the cop is because he owed child support, and he knew he'd lose his job and go back to jail if he got caught. And he ran, and cop shot him in the back. And that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother topic of discussion. Okay. But nah, in the short, nah, I believe that junk is high level wicked. Yeah. But what I want to say again is what I just told you. Like when a woman trying to fight you on child support and don't want you to see your kids, a lot of brothers like, but I love them and all that. I know you do. But what you need to do is, if you get a chance to see your kids, be like, you know what? I love y'all, but your mother's trying to keep y'all away from me, and I just want to let you know I love you, but they're not going to let me see y'all because, you know. And the way the women's mind work, I'm just telling you, the way a woman's mind work, when you be like, you know what? If you don't want me to see my kids, I'm not going to fight you on it. I just won't see them. That's on you. You wicked. I won't see them. I won't call. I'll stay completely away. I'll stay out of their life. I'll stay out of your life. Shalom. And walk off. And watch what that do to the woman. Because the only reason they're doing it is to hurt you. Not because they feel like, oh, you don't need to be in their life. They're doing it because they know it hurts you. They know it's something you care about. All right? So that's why I'm saying you do that. Charles Williams, the kids will grow up hating the mother for keeping them from their dad, especially when they find out it was all mom's fault that their dad wasn't in their life. Yeah, and she'll be telling them. She'll be telling them, you know what? Yeah, he wicked. He don't want to see y'all, and she'll be programming them with that. But when they get older, you just got to tell them, look, she was going to destroy me financially and psychologically and make me fight until I go broke to keep y'all. And I might not be around right now. So in order to survive, I had to just do what I needed to do for the safety of me and y'all, you know. And that's what it is. Because I've known brothers who fought women. It's all over the place. Brothers have fought women over custody and all this stuff. And it got so ugly. And the brothers destroyed their lives so bad. And sometimes it ended up in murder. Yeah. So a lot of times, I'm just telling you, men, when the situation gets this ugly, for the safety of the woman, for the safety of the kids, and for the safety of you, for your psychological safety, for your physical safety, for your economic safety, and everything else, you just got to cut the thing and leave it to where it is, okay? You don't want to get in one of these ugly battles where the stress is going to take days and years off your life, okay? So somebody put, but it's reality. This is the government beast interference in your lives. Yeah. This thing all up in your, and people are brainwashed by it. That's what happened with my daughter. It creates a wound in the child. Yeah, look, it's an ugly thing. Like, but you want to minimize the damage. When I tell people, hey, completely back off and just don't be involved in it. And a lot of brothers are like, oh no, you a deadbeat dad. No. But the dudes I know who fought for custody and went to battle, they still don't see their kids. Only difference, now they broke and they half crazy up in their mind. Where they could have had money, been economically sound and psychologically sound. Well, because they didn't listen to what I said, now psychologically they're broken, spiritually they're broken, financially they're broken, and they just got, and it just looked bad. And the woman kept fighting them and flipped the kids against them, and they look bad in their kids' eyes now. So yeah, what I said, yeah, it's a heavy thing. I don't even like to say it publicly without properly explaining it in its context. But what you got to know, do your own research, go sit in on a divorce court. You got a system that's designed to mess you up as a man by design. That's what happened with my daughter. It creates a wound. Yeah. Shalom, I agree with you. I went with my parents to the court, and my mom was saying my father was a great parent and wanted him off child support, and the judge still put my father on child support. And they could tell you some crazy stories out there where you see without a shadow of a doubt that child support thing is a CIA PSYOP project to destroy us. Without a shadow of a doubt. You have no idea. Don't go to war in court, man. All you do is pay the court and lawyers. When you go to battle in a court over some stuff like that, because they know how emotionally attached you are, all you do is give the court and these other nations money, your resources. All right. And Josiah said, but if they have a new man and you're paying them child support, they'll never relent. And sure enough, my child learned the truth when they turned 18. Okay? There you go, man. That's how you know that the stuff is according to the Most High's way, okay? For me, it was jail or mountaintop. Huh. What do you mean, Ammonah ben Elza? Let me know what you mean by that. Pay me or go to jail is a wicked mindset. Yeah. Children need to be supported, but they aren't paychecks. Yeah. But what happens with a lot of these women, like they relationships are going down the drain, and some other woman get in their ear telling them all, hey, you could do this to him, you could do that. You know? And see, Satan and these other nations, they've taken crafty counsel, and they know carnally that, and I'm not going to say carnally, a woman does want to be supported and feels better if cared for, but they exploit that in a wicked way. That need that a woman has to kind of be provided for, they exploit that in a wicked way. Okay, that's the best way I can say that. But yeah, man, I know that's heavy what I said, but that's how you got to deal with these things. Because I know the system never enforced child support for my daughter's father. We were married, so it was a part of the divorce decree. I would recommend to not get married in their system. I agree with that. That's not all mothers. Also, there are many wicked men as well. I understand that, sister, but what happened, a sister asked in the comments, her grandson or whatever was going through a situation with a wicked woman, okay? And she didn't want him to see the kids. So that's what I was giving the answer on. That was the situation. I wasn't just going in on women for no reason. You see what I'm saying? But what you see out there is widespread. What this system does, what I said earlier, is what this system does is, and when I say the system, I'm talking about society and Christianity. What it does is sets us up for failure in marriage, basically. The way they teach them, they tell the woman, they give the woman this identity that is totally opposite what the Bible gives the woman as her identity, and they give this man an identity that is totally opposite what the Bible gives the man as an identity, and it's a recipe for failure in relationships. Okay. It's a recipe for disaster in a relationship. And yeah, absolutely. You talk about also there are many wicked men out there. Go watch the video I did yesterday. Going in about this IUIC situation with Joy Morgan, and also going in about weak men, period, who don't have their lust under control, who don't have their emotions under control, all that. So yeah, I do a lot, but what I was addressing here was a specific situation that Sister Badadiah had just written me about. Abba Yah, Israel said, even if you get visitation or custody rights, the woman can still fight you and not adhere to the agreement. Then you have to get the police involved. Exactly. But my thing is, don't fight. Okay? Again, you got to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. And when you're properly educated on the serpent ways of this system and the way they cater to scorn women, because what happens, a woman gets hurt. You know, the women don't want their relationships to fail. But when they see it's over, they get angry, and then they give them the power. They know, like when a woman, the Bible tells you there's no anger like the anger of a woman. You know, there's no evil like the evil of a woman. You piss a woman off, them women are irrationally creative in their wickedness. Like the brother said earlier, they'll hurt themselves and the kids to hurt you. Like, yeah. So you got to understand that, man. You got to you got to choose your battles wisely. You got to use wisdom. You know, sometimes it's just best not to fight at all. All right, do it your way. You know, Oh, you don't care about your kids? Oh no, I care about my kids so much that I know it's better for me to not be around there. Because I know if I keep dealing with you and we keep having these, like if so I'm gonna give you, so she jerking you around on the visitation. She like, okay, you gonna go see your daddy on this day. Oh, you know what? You ain't seeing him today. Okay. They do it again. Boom. Hey, you gonna see him today. Okay, you get everything together, you drive all over somewhere, you do all this. You know what? I didn't feel like bringing him. You ain't gonna see him. Okay. After that, don't try to see him no more. Don't call, don't do nothing. And then she'll be begging you to come get him and take him. Trust me. That's how you gotta deal with wickedness. You gotta use wisdom. You can't just do a frontal assault on stuff. Sometimes you got to stop and use wisdom. Okay, let's see what you said here. S. Hebrew Nature, you say you can't give solution to individual issues. I know too many situations, including my own, where it was another woman controlling the I don't know what you put there. I believe that your saying is good for certain situations, but details need to be known. When strife is involved, everyone is considered evil by each party. Shalom. Yeah, I'm not sure what you said there, but as Hebrew Nation, what I'm giving advice on is a specific situation that Badadiah just gave me the details about just now in there about what's going on, okay? So it is about a specific particular situation. So, but what you wrote there was kind of unclear, so I'm not sure. All right, let me see. All right. Let me see what y'all saying over here. Going back. She put, so what about if you got a guy who's threatening the mom to take her daughter? All right, will you take? We'll take you. Okay. Don't even give you tax credit. Wow. The government doesn't even give you tax credit for child support, and you're spending more than her. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's designed to keep our nation destroyed. It's designed to let a woman know, I got options. And what the women don't know in their anger is that they're destroying their nation. But a lot of our women and men alike have no idea of what it is to be a nation and the importance of it, because they're so comfortable with what this other nation is giving them to destroy their nation, but they don't see what's going on. Sister Badai asked, so what about if you got a guy who's threatening the mom to take her daughter? Well, if the dude's wicked and he threatening to take the daughter, he not gonna win. I'm just saying. Shit, like I said, if the dude off and he threatened, they set the whole system up for that type of situation. It ain't gonna be no problem for her to go to war and win and destroy him. Okay? But that's why it's important to be in this truth. Okay? That's why it's important to be in this truth, because in that way, you know what I'm saying, you got some counsel you could go to. You got a wise person that is like me with counsel. Like, I could talk to both people and be non-biased. You got a lot of brothers who they hear a woman will tell them something, and then a man will tell them something, and they always lean towards the women because they caught up in what society has told them and Christianity has told them, and they're not. It says righteous judgment. That's a weighty matter. You got to be very wise and have good understanding, you know. And a lot of brothers don't. They just kind of cater to women because they got feminine tendencies. And in doing that, you're screwing up. You're going to just screw their marriage up, and it's not going to work. And folks going to be feeling some type of way. And that's widespread out here. That's why people are quick to run to the other nations, which are going to really destroy you. All right. Let me see something. You know. So yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's a way thing. But yeah, man, I'm glad this Orlando thing went real good. A lot of people were able to link up. Like I said, by the end of the Shabbat that we had there, brothers and sisters were linking up and planning out next week's Shabbat. So they've already started to begin to come together, and it's just a good thing. I'm glad I was able to come down here and be part of linking people up, you know what I'm saying? And bringing people out of isolation and letting people know, hey, you're not alone. There's other brothers and sisters out here you can fellowship with. So it was a good thing, man. Really enjoyed it. You know, as you can see, it's real nice out here. The house that brothers and sisters rented for us out here. A couple in our congregation here, in our little Shabbat group, they took it upon themselves to step up and just rent out an Airbnb house for us, for all the families to stay in. It's like a 9-bedroom house. So we all been in here for fellowshipping and everything. It's real nice, and just really enjoyed it. You know, really enjoyed coming down here. It was a real relaxing experience because everybody stepped in. There was teamwork. Everybody stepped up and did their part. You know, and it really helped for me because I've been real busy these past couple weeks. I'm looking forward to next Shabbat because I'm gonna just kick up and really relax, man. I'm gonna take it super easy. That's gonna be the first Shabbat in a couple that I was in town and just relaxing, you know. It's all pretty. So Badadiah said, "What about brew business? What do you mean? What about brew business? Explain what you mean, sis." Yeah, Sister Tiana Aggie. We trying to really, and brother, my ox Sean, man, he really drove this home. What we're trying to do is really go through Torah and not try to lean towards, oh, we don't need to do this. We're trying to see how we can, what we're trying to see is how we can really implement Torah in a practical way and apply it practically that makes sense, that's efficient, that helps us. Not apply Torah in a technical, mechanical, do it. Why? Because he said so. But we're trying to apply it. Like, for instance, we came together as a congregation, and we got all the families. We put our resources together and came together, O Nation Not Desire, as a nation. And we just came together as our congregation, put all of our money together, rented a big 9-bedroom house. Sister Cora got up early this morning to cook breakfast. The other sisters cooked dinner last night. Like, everybody put their brick in, and we're beginning to experience the benefits of walking together as a nation. Sister Badadiah, you said, what about Hebrew businesses? I just launched a Hebrew directory. It's called The Brew, like Hebrew, but abbreviated is thebrewlink.com. And if you go over there right now, you'll see where there's events on it, there's businesses, there's congregations, Everybody's beginning putting their businesses and everything on there. So it's one centralized location you could go to see what's going on in our nation, to see the businesses, to see different congregations in different areas, everything. It's all on there. And people are beginning to flock to it. So, yeah. Here, a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up on the phone so y'all can see it. I'll put it on the camera here. Hold on. But yeah, let's see. All right, y'all bear with me. And it's still a work in progress. Like, I'm still working. All right. There we go. All right, hold on. I'm going to turn the brightness up on here. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, it's turned all the way up. All right, let me see if I can show it to you on here. See? That's it right there. It's backwards, but it's thebrewlink.com. Okay? And what it is, see all the events? It's a Hebrew Israelite directory. I know it's backwards. These are businesses. Those were events. And you could go on there and register your business on there. I'm going to be talking a lot about it. And because I'm going to be doing Sister Badai is thebrewlink.com. And what I'm going to be doing is a business showcase show for whoever's registered on there now. I'm going to just show their business on there, on my show. I'm going to do a business showcase show throughout the week. And if your business is registered on there, we'll get the word out about it. If your congregation, your music that you're doing is on there, it'll get put out there. It'll be on my show. We're going to, because that's another thing I'm doing, is getting us to not go to these other nations for stuff. Let me show y'all this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about some of the business. You got Daweed's business where he makes high-end jewelry, okay? I see a brother registered a business here recently. It looked like he make hot sauce, okay? So you ain't got to buy the hot sauce from these other nations. You got Yahakwa. He registered his marketing business where he'll go to a Hebrew Israelite event for you, and you just send him some of your products, and he'll represent your products at a Hebrew Israelite event. L&L Music, he registered his business on there. If you want him to produce music for you or studio time, you got L&L Music. You got Sister Koya Israel, her skincare product. Sister Koya also makes her own tea that's healthy, that she drinks every morning. You got Red Rose Naturals. Makes, again, skincare products, stuff to cure eczema. You got educational and training. You got a Hebrew for Kids education and training. Okay? You got a brother on there, Wilderness Bows. He makes bow and arrows. He's a Hebrew brother, makes bows and arrows for the Hebrew community. Okay? And you got some other businesses that's registered on here. I don't know who they are. You got Yahawada, the bows. He's a car salesperson, you know. So, and then you also have on here Hebrew events coming up. You know, the Hebrew gathering in Tennessee. You know, the Passover coming up. Sister Only loves Hebrew domestic violence training. You know, the Passover. So it's all on there. It's one centralized location. So, you know, where we can look there first before. Thank you, Sister Kanita. We could go there first before we go to Walmart or these other nations for services. Okay. So yeah, man, definitely get on there, get registered, put your, whatever you do, your congregation, whatever it is you do, put it on there. Get it on there, you know. We can get the word out. All right, let's see what y'all. It says you can. Elder Mark James said, in Florida, you can claim your children every other year. They don't tell the man his rights. That's another big one. You write up, they don't. like Elder Mark James, he made a good point. When you begin looking at this thing, you can clearly see what their agenda is. They trying to screw you over as a man. And you go up in there, yeah, I'm gonna get my child. And they see you black, it's a wrap. It says, I am struggling with my prayer life and studying God's word. Do you ever deal with this? I feel so alone, and there's absolutely no one near me that are in the truth. I love y'all with all my heart. Sister Sandra, what you need to do is first, you need to email me. Info, you see the email right up there on the screen. And what I want you to do real quick is put in where you live at. You know, don't put your address up there, but just put the city and state you live in. So do that for me if you could. Abba Yah Yisrael, the site, I'm gonna type it in there right now. I'm waiting for Sister Sandra to put where. Okay, there we go. All right. So there we go. I put it up there. TheBrewLink.com, okay? Sister Sandra C. is from Thomasville, Alabama. What I'm gonna do, because another thing I'm gonna put on the thing is but I'm gonna be slow to do this. I'm gonna put a people looking for fellowship, and you can just put where you're from on the brew link. But you got to be careful. You don't want to just jump out and go meet somebody blindly. You meeting some type of freak show, you know. So I got to figure out the best way to do that. But Thomasville, Alabama. I'm sure there's people out there. I'm gonna see what I could do. You know, if anybody's watching and they're from Alabama or they know where Thomasville, Alabama is, we'll see. You know, we'll definitely we can figure that out. I mean, because before you know it, you know, you'll find somebody. Also, what you need to do is get on. I'm gonna be doing fellowship call, phone call, and if you feel lonely and isolated, again, you can email me, and I'll put you down with Sister Coy. You can talk to her on the phone. We can put you down with other sisters to talk to, chop it up with. So she says she's close to Selma and Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, you know, and like I said, one of the things I'm working on doing is people in these areas where they feel isolated, I'm looking at traveling out there and just doing a Shabbat there, just so I could bring people out. I'll link up with other Hebrews that have large followings, that are like-minded, that teach what I teach, and we'll have a Shabbat out there, and you'll see that you're not alone. There's plenty of people out there, you know? But, so Sister Sandra is from Thomasville, Alabama, which is near Selma and Mobile, Alabama. And we're going to see, there might be somebody on here watching who's near there, okay? Let me go check over on Facebook. Let's see what they're saying. Maybe you can assign a mediator to look at submissions for fellowship and connect people, like one of your people that you trust up there in Jacksonville. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. But I like to know people and kind of have a good, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, just hook up with them. You know, I want to know because, again, I've seen there's a lot of ministries out there that are just, they wicked as hell. And it's more of them than righteous ones. So, yeah. I don't, you know. But just like the sister that was up in Boston, we put that out there, and there was a bunch of people in Boston, you know? There were a bunch of them. All right, hold on one sec. Yeah, but y'all definitely stay tuned in with Spiritual Combat, because that's one of the main things we're seeking to do is link folks up. And the sister who's over there in Selma, over there in Alabama, sister, I'm gonna just tell you, you right around the corner from linking up with a bunch of like-minded people. And I'm gonna be pushing that. I'm gonna be pushing it heavy. You know what I'm saying? But we could get you. I'm gonna be setting something up so that sisters like you feel isolated and all that. You know. Yeah, we could set something up and keep an eye on the events, because I know I'm sitting here trying to remember. Somebody was telling me something about Alabama. Okay, that's all I know. I'm just trying to remember what they told me. Oh, they could. Oh, I know exactly what it is. There's an event in Alabama that I'm gonna be teaching at. And I'll get it posted on here. I forget what the brother's name is. And I know a bunch of people. I know a congregation out there in Alabama. I met the brother in Cincinnati. So I will be getting that on there. I knew it was something about Alabama. Yep. And I'll get it on there. So you just be patient. Okay? Michael, since you have the platform and tech savvy, have you considered doing a fundraiser nonprofit to raise money for Hebrews to give out as grants to start Hebrew businesses, Hebrew Shark Tank? I tell you, I'm talking and working with Brandon T. Jackson. Like he's doing some things along that line, and in the future, I'm gonna be building. I know he's going to be doing some big things like that. Like he got a bigger platform to do stuff like that. Me, I'm going to be honest, I'm more focused. I'm going to be honest, I'm not, like with me and with Spiritual Combat and what I do and what I studied, I try to stay away from money, even though I'm beginning to get to, I don't even like really asking for money and donations. Those getting to the point where I realize for some of the stuff I'm doing, I am going to begin to need donations, but I want to make sure folks ain't just throwing money at me and realize what I'm really doing. You know, right now I'm funding everything I'm doing myself, but it's getting to the point I'm traveling and doing things in different places where that's going to be, it's going to be required. I just don't want to fall into that typical, whatever. But as far as with businesses, what I found is that the least helpful thing you could do for somebody with a business is throw money at them. The best thing you could do for somebody with a business is just instruct them on what they need to do. Give them the proper education. Educate people on how to get on the benefits of manufacturing and distribution, and let them know that those companies are out there. Let them know about Amazon Professional, stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be very honest with you. In the coming months, when you look at, well, y'all don't see what I see. I see a lot of stuff from a bird's eye view perspective with my platform and all the people I deal with, the leaders I deal with in the Hebrew community. In the coming months, if you got a Hebrew business, it's getting ready to, especially something that's not typical. Like the brother who sells bow and arrows. He sells out of those. He was selling them things like crazy, like hotcakes. Like if you got something that's original, in the coming months, it's gonna be a done deal, because the channels of distribution and marketing are being established and built right now. I'm building one of them right now with the Brewlink. That's a big one, and then there's some other ones coming. Okay, so in the coming months, I'm telling you, I said months, it's gonna be berserk. The other big thing I do is I go to these events and I do the event coverage, the live event coverage. That's huge, because it's showing everybody what's really going on out there. It's going to be in a matter of months. If you simply get your product together, get your pictures together, and begin, like, come on my business showcase show that I'm going to be doing. List your products on thebrewlink.com. And I'm telling you, this thing getting ready to blow. The awakening is accelerating. You ain't going to need no grants or nothing from these other nations. It's just going to get bought up, because Hebrews want to buy Hebrew. They're all about nation building just by the way this wake up is. It's an exciting time. You know what I'm saying? So somebody put, thank you so much. I emailed Moray Morris asking for help, but I know he's been, dude, Morris so busy, you don't even know. You know, Morris be like, hey, Mike, because I understand him, man. That's my dude. Hey, Morris be like, hey, Mike, on so-and-so, I want to come on your show, you know, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, so to talk about this. So I'll give you a call so I could come on tomorrow at 6 o'clock to do this. I'm like, all right, I got you, Morris. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me put that on my schedule, and I'm going to call Morris at 5 and tell him, hey, you're coming on my show at 6. Because I know how busy he is. That's a good man, though, man. That dude he's younger than me physically. But spiritually, he like an 80-year-old wise man, man. That's a good dude, man. I appreciate Morris. Okay. So somebody said, I'm so excited. This will be a prayer answer. I moved back home last year, and it has been so tough. No like-minded people near me. Thank you again. Yeah. The thing is like I said, just stay tuned in. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Over there on the Brewlink, I listed a couple events. I got like a whole ton of them to put on there, though. There's an event in California. There's events all over the place. So, yeah. All right, so somebody put, that's true, but it takes money for us Hebrews to start businesses. I'm more so talking about people who work low-income jobs and need money to even start business license, insurance, etc. Yeah, well, again, that's coming. That's coming. But and I'm gonna be doing I want to do a business conference here also. You know, speak on that a little bit. You know. So yeah, I know. All right. So yeah, we definitely need to talk about that. What you said, will of the Most High. Yeah. And I'm telling you, Brandon T. Jackson is working more in that direction. Okay. I'm heading over here to Facebook, back to Facebook, see what y'all talking about. Yeah, so yeah, it's I'm telling you, y'all stay tuned in, man. There's a lot of big stuff going on, you know. It's gonna be good. Yep. So yeah, anyway, y'all, with that said, man, I'm gonna wrap this up. It was good chopping it up with y'all. Sister Abigail Israel said, Brother Michael I'm retired military and am a prepper moving towards homesteading. What permission from my husband? I would love to assist our people. Our people should be prepared. Okay. And what do you mean, assist our people? Explain what you mean, sis. Let me know what you mean. Oh yeah, and let me tell y'all this. Don't forget, if you're in Florida, at the end of this month, Ron Dalton's gonna be down here. He's gonna be showing his movie. He's gonna be teaching down in Fort Lauderdale. I'm gonna be down there. It's gonna be awesome. Bring my whole Jacksonville crew. Hopefully they come down. You know, we're gonna really do it up. I see the general, the battle commander, Malachi Ben Israel is up in there. That's Malachi Ben Israel on that first song on We the People. Kumbaya. That's Malachi. He sound like a battlefield commander out there, man. That's my dude. That's my dude. I gotta holler at him, man. I'll chop it up with my dude. I see him in there. Let's see. All right. So let me see if she answers. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, with that said, y'all tune in. Y'all get registered over there on the Hebrew on that Hebrew directory so we can get y'all squared away. Somebody asked, if I praise the Most High every day, is it wrong for me to go to church? Of course I have my fringes on, but I wrong? I mean, I don't understand why. What are you going to church for, though? You know, I mean, what's your objective? You trying to win some people over in the church, and that's fine. You know, you just what's going to happen is you get deeper in this word, you're just not going to be up in the church. Do anybody have the link he's speaking of? Yeah, I go up in the comments, and I posted it in there. You'll see the spiritual combat. It's the brewlink.com. So BREWLINK.com. So thebrewlink.com. I'll post it here again. Post it right here for y'all. There we go. Sorry. So there it is. Okay? Definitely go in there and get registered, man. I'm going to bring y'all on. It'll be a quick way for y'all to get on the show and talk about your business when I do my business showcase. And I'll let you know, yeah, if your business is on the Brew Link and you want to come on the show, I'll just send you the Zoom link for you to come on and talk about your business. Because we need to get this thing out here. And what I'm going to be going after is the unique businesses. Like the brother who does the bow and arrows. You know what I'm saying? That's a unique business. It's awesome, man. I'm pushing it. I'm trying to push this thing as hard as I can. Us come together as a nation, man. Real talk. Okay, I'm just waiting for that sister to answer what I asked her. And I'm be wrapping this up and chopping it up with I see everybody's waking up now. I think Sister Coy is done cooking. So I'm getting ready to eat some pancakes, and I'm gonna probably go into a coma for a while, get me some rest. And we'll be heading back to Jacksonville. Sister Only Love and Mother Malak will be on my show tonight at around 6. If I get home, if I get to Jacksonville in time. So y'all look for that. I know them sisters are very busy. We're going to talk about this Joy Morgan situation, and they're going to talk about what they're doing for the women. So yeah. So yeah, let me see if the sister put her question in there on YouTube. Oh, classes and presentation. Yeah. I'm doing a. I don't know where you live, Abiyah. I'm working on putting together a survival, but not self-defense and weapons safety course where people learn the live fire of 45 and an AR-15. I'm putting a course together for that. And we'd love to have somebody come down and knew about survival and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. But like I said, just, you know, make sure your husband's on board with it, you know, and all that stuff like that. Yeah. So you need to just email me at the email that's on the screen, and we could, you know, because I'm in there. I haven't really started planning it out. I actually got the facility. I got a facility to do the weapons training and stuff in Georgia. I just been so busy, I haven't had time to set it up and plan it, okay? All right. But with that said, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Go over here to Facebook. Yeah, it's real nice out here, Ak. We really enjoying it. Like I said, one of the sisters in our Jacksonville congregation, she took it. They took it upon themselves to rent this house for us. It's a 9-bedroom house, so all the families could stay in one house and chop it up and fellowship, man. And it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. It's a hot tub and all that stuff. So yeah, they really made it easy for us down here, coming down here and everything, you know. Took the burden off. Cause, you know, Cincinnati, you know, that was busy, man. It was busy out there in Cincinnati. Anyway, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. I'm going to wrap this thing up. With that, yeah, Sister Abba, y'all definitely email me because I'm going to set something up here soon. But anyway, with that said, appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat, and Shalom.